Hi everyone, today I'm going to be fitting the KPM Fuel System's 1500 horsepower fuel module, PWM controller with wiring kit, and 1500cc fuel injectors to this Street Fighter packaged 800 horsepower Mustang. Runs on 98 pump fuel all day long, goes to the drags, roll racing, everything with it. He wants to start running E85 on this vehicle though, so now we're going to have a fuel system to support that. We're also going to be tuning it all together with a PCM Tech multi-tune at the end of this. So let's get started. Alright, for the start of the installation we've started feeding the main cable through the grommet on the firewall. We've got all these instructions in paper format and online, so that's all easy to follow. It's just some of these things are easier to show hands-on anyway. The cables come through the grommet and the firewall. We've drilled a 30mm hole up here in this boss for this corner cover here, and we're going to start feeding this into place. Make it nice and easy for when we need to get the battery box in and install the front half, and we'll show you that in a sec. Alright, so the battery box and cabling at the front's all mounted, that's all bolted in now. We'll put the cowl panel back on after, but that's fine, it can squeeze back in. Cables run through, grommets to the side of the box, and our fuse is mounted securely to the battery box right there. Alright, so this is where the wiring needs to come through inside the vehicle. This is obviously the Australia vehicle, so this is the passenger side footwell on the left hand side. The snakes around under there. We've already taken the footwell fine out and done the trim on that, which we'll show in a second. Alright, so these are the three spots that I like to trim out on the foam. That just clears the wiring. This all still goes back in neat. It looks like factory anyway, so you can't see anything. Obviously I've just circled that so you can see quite easily. We're ready to fit the module into the tank now. I've done the siphon hose and the fuel level center connector is sitting here ready to go. I'm going to slot it into the tank first, and then we'll locate this and slip it on after once we get some room in there. It makes it a lot easier. As if it's not already easy enough. That's it, and we're ready to put the cap on and then close her up. Alright, just feeding the main pump loom through, extra grommet, putting the hat here, put that through. I think I said before, it doesn't get much easier. It does, because it's all plug and play. It is very, very simple. Literally click the old connector from the car into the new harness, run our PWM input wire, which switches everything on from the original PWM car and fires everything up when we need it. So I'm going to go ahead and attach the earth to the pumps and the main connector and get this hat on, and then we'll finish off clicking all the wiring together from there. One thing with the earth on the pumps, that needs to be very secure. Do not over tighten. Be very, very wary of that. That's just secured neatly and free of anything else, and it's not over tightened. Now the PWM is mounted up underneath the rear quarter window there. There's some insulation on the back of that panel, so we just had to trim the panel out of it, that's all. So I just thought I'd show that so you can see. This is all in the instructions as well. Right, ready to plug it all in. Again, everything is color coded. It's really simple. Instructions are pretty in depth as well, so follow those if you need. But here's our main power from the battery. Here's our primary pump wiring, and here's our fuel pump enable. So I'm going to plug these in. All of our main power feeds are all shielded wires as well. So obviously they run down the side of the car with the vehicle's loading with CAN bus with everything. So there's no interference coming from here, and vice versa, no interference coming from anything else to upset our signals through here. So let's get all this plugged in. Beautiful, so that should all be operational now. I'm going to go ahead and finish up tidying up all the wiring, and we'll get the panels back in, and that'll complete the installation. That'll get it on the dyno. Alright, so the car's ready on the dyno. I've got the tune set up with PCM Tech software already, with the multi-tune. He's having 3 tune slots. His 98 daily driving tune, which was full power, I think it was about 500 kilowatt at the hubs previously, so that tune's retained. I've added a flex tune while he's changing fuels, and then a third tune which is dedicated E85. So knowing this customer, he's all about functionality. Made it real basic for him, so all he's got to do is click a couple of buttons when he wants to go to roll race and put the 85 in, and it's done. So let's spin it up and check it out. Wow, so that was pretty impressive. With the E85 tune now, we're at 790 horsepower at the hubs, 589 kilowatt. That's pretty impressive. So this is only running quite a low boost level. It's about 10 pounds. The fuel system is more than adequate for this power level. Phenomenal. So get this thing off here and take it for a drive and back to the customer. So that about wraps it up. We've done the installation of the PWM, the fuel pump module, and the wiring. The tune setup, car on the dyno, that's it. She's all ready to go. So thanks for watching, guys.